Hey guys, I've got an easy, foolproof dinner for you that you can have any night of the week. And you're gonna be surprised about this one. It's steak. You heard me right, steak at home. I've got this funny story about when I first married my husband. He thought that steak was something you only got at a restaurant. Not so much. With the right tool, you can have delicious steak at home for a fraction of the cost. And it really doesn't take that long at all. The trick is all about the internal temperature. When you hit that sweet spot with the right tool of getting the right internal temperature, everyone is satisfied with steak at home. Let's get into it. All right, let's talk about steak. Now, one of my best tips for cooking steak at home is to take your steaks out about an hour before you plan to cook them. The best way to get a nice, even cook throughout is to have them be near room temperature before you start the process. So I've got my steaks. I'm going to give them a generous coating of olive oil here. And then I'm gonna be very liberal with my salt and pepper. I am of the opinion that the best steak, when cooked properly, only needs salt and pepper to season it up. I like using kosher salt because it's got a little bit more texture, and cracked black pepper. That's it. Now all we need is a hot cast iron skillet. My favorite way to cook a steak is in a smoking hot cast iron skillet. That's just what we're gonna do today. So I've seasoned the one side, it's well oiled, and these puppies are gonna go down. Sizzle is just what I want. Now that my first side is down, I wanna season the other side the same way. Olive oil, salt, pepper. As a general rule of thumb, I like to let the first side go for about 3 minutes or so before flipping it over. Then I'm gonna worry about that internal temperature. Let's flip them over. They're gonna go for a few more minutes, but at this point, it's all about how you like your steak. And I don't know about you, but in my household, everybody likes their steak cooked a different way. So there's 3 numbers I have learned to be a master at-home steak chef. What it is medium rare is a 127 degrees, medium is 132 degrees, and well is 137 degrees. And that can all happen, literally cooking steaks to order with my ThermoPen. I love this thing, especially for cooking steaks. I love that you can just flip the probe open, there's no buttons, you immediately have a temperature read and a nice big display so you can see what you're dealing with. So knowing those 3 numbers, I can cook a steak how anybody likes it, anytime. After a few minutes, you want to check the internal temperature of your steak. Now remember, I like mine at 127 for medium rare. That's perfect. Now while I like it medium rare, my husband likes his medium, which is 132. Perfect. Looks like both of us are gonna be happy with dinner tonight. All right, my steaks are cooked, but I've still got all that flavor in the cast iron skillet. It would be a shame to not make a simple pan sauce. I'm gonna show you how to do it. First thing, I've sliced some shallots. I'm gonna add the shallots and a clove of smashed garlic to that cast iron skillet. All right, so much flavor in here. Let's make a delicious pan sauce. Got some thinly sliced shallot going right in. I'm also gonna add a clove of smashed garlic in there. Give it a good, that's gonna pull up all of that flavor and really caramelize those shallots. I'll cook these shallots just a bit. I just want them to soften ever so slightly. From there, I'm going to deglaze with some beef broth. I also like to throw in a sprig or 2 of rosemary. A really aromatic touch. Oh, I can smell it. Once most of that beef broth has evaporated, I'm gonna kill the heat. I'm gonna add some sherry vinegar. And last but not least, about 2 tablespoons of butter. Swirl that baby in for a nice silky finish. And that's all it takes to make those delicious caramelized shallots with the rosemary and that sherry vinegar. I can't wait. Let's top these steaks. They've rested for about 5 minutes now. And now all I want to do is get in there and be really generous with these shallots and that rosemary. I've probably got one more. And that's it. Literally a restaurant-ready meal made in minutes. It looks delicious, it smells delicious, and I can't help myself. I gotta get after this.